Started pretty soon. Grand entry is approaching shortly, so gather around. This is some really great dancers. There's some really great drums and singing. Again, my name is Ron Warren. This is Leonard Stevens on guitar. I'll be back at around 2-ish. You know how things happen in the valley. Whenever they call me back up, I'll come back and play a bit more for you. But thank you for sharing the time. If you want to visit, I'm right over. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, I'm a holder. Yeah. I just, you hire sometimes. Yeah.
All right. First call for all dancers and singers. Drummers, singers, please start reporting to your drum group. And like all Indians, interesting. This is part of our culture. Each feather is very important to the person that wears it. We wear feathers for different. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Are there various tribes performing today, or is this just one tribe? Well, I do want you to know that we are having our powwow in the home of the Piscataway Nation. Now, these are the original landowners not only of this area we're in, well, Piscataways were part of a greater chieftainship made up of many different tribes. Tribes have come to Washington, D.C. for employment purposes, as I mentioned. We have some of the largest Indian organizations in Indian country headquartered right here in Washington, D.C., including the Indian Health Service, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, National Congress of American Indians, National Indian Education. So, as a result, some of the over 600 different tribes are here to share their culture with us today. Sure. Yes, sir.
Well, no, I wasn't sure that we had 3 drums.
What starts at 2 o'clock? Your stomach starts rumbling if you haven't eaten yet. No, let me check. Okay, I think there is extracurricular performance, again, by Mr. Ron Warren that you just saw. He's going to be coming back up to the original. Sure. Questions, questions, questions. Questions, right here in the front. What is the most modern thing Indians have invented? You know, I like to say I do a lecture on American Indian military and history. We taught the Europeans the art of guerrilla warfare. You see, they lined up in long columns and shot volleys back and forth, and they'd all fall down, they'd all die. Well, Indians weren't exactly like that. They said, we don't like to die, okay? We like to hit and run. And so this tactic was involved by American Indians, a modern tactic that's been improved on today in the modern military. Anybody else? Questions, questions, questions. All right, again, I'd like to have all of our dancers start lining up. Line up for the grand entry. We have 3 wonderful drums with us today. 2 different genres of northern and southern singing. These drums have traveled all over the East Coast and many parts of the United States and Canada, sharing their music with us. And I do want to tell you there are different degrees of excellence in American Indian singing. To the untrained ear, this may sound like shouting, yelling, high-pitched, feverish, but to Native people, each song has individual meaning. And as you can tell, all of our singers sing in a chorus in unison. We have one singer that will start, and it is called the lead. And then the rest of the group will echo exactly the same music form and scale that he has just sung. And this is called the chorus or second. And then they'll move into the body of the song, and then they'll complete another body, and they'll do this 4 times, called 4 leads, 4 rounds, 4 times through. Okay, so that's something. Now there's a northern style of singing, very high performance powwow. I'm going to feature different individual groups according to style, age group, and gender. And so, preceding each of our dance exhibitions today, I will be giving you a little introduction and history of where this came from, the year it involved, who was involved, the location. And so this will help you gain a better value of our music and our dances. Okay, we have our dancers lined up.
Alright, hey.
One moment, please.
Back to students, back to students. Trying to figure out which day.
Okay, we have 3 drums here today serving as our accompaniment for the music, for the dancers that you'll see. The first drum comes to us from the state of Pennsylvania. They are called medicine horse singers. Medicine horse, will you please hit your drum so people can see who you are? Our second drum comes to us from Richmond, Virginia, and they are the Yapatoco singers. And our third drum hails from right here in Waldorf, America. They are the Zotai singers. All right, we're almost ready for grand entry. Is there any more dancers within the sound of my voice? Please line up at this time because we are going to get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring in the flag of the United States, as well as the first flag of the United States, which was the Eagle Flag. We're going to ask you to rise at this time, if you're able, and remove your headgear. It's real interesting because among Native people, we are very patriots of our lives, our lands, our families, our way of life. Many Native people today are in Afghanistan defending our freedom. And so we kind of see it as a little disrespectful in primarily putting the First Amendment up versus taking a knee, what was been done. That would be disrespecting our warriors, our elders. And incidentally, those that are bringing in the flag, they are veterans. They are currently in the military as well as past veterans. This is a powerful reminder that they lead in this grand entry because this is the origin of where powwow came from, our warrior societies. And so we honor them and all Indian nations at this time with our grand entry. At this time, we're going to call upon our host drum. They come from the state of Pennsylvania. Medicine horse singers, are you there? Okay. Our arena director, are we ready? Okay, anytime you're ready, grand entry. Zotai, you have flag song. Bringing in our Eagle staff at this time is Mr. John Agnew from the Great Ogawa Nation. John represents the U.S. Air Force and was a Vietnam-era veteran. Bringing in the American flag, Viva Commander Mr. Steve Miller, representing the Great Ogawa Nation, also known as the American. He is from the U.S. Navy retiree and was in the First Persian Gulf War. Carrying in the Maryland state flag is Miss Tony Campbell Dorgan, Lapon Apache. She's the Blue Star wife of a Vietnam veteran. Nation. And the two gentlemen in brightly colored feathers represent the fancy dancers. They are the most athletic of all the dancers that you will see at Indian Palace. Following our fancy dancers, we have two proud women from the host tribe of the great Piscataway Nation. Will you please give a wave so people can see the traditional Piscataway attire? Host your grand big wave so people can see you. Following them, we have women Southern and Northern dancers. Southern means originated in the Southern Plains. Northern means originated in the Northern Plains. We have dancers from the East Coast, bringing in women. Following them, we have women from field dress who have a beautiful instrument home. And thank you, Medicine Horse Singers, for that beautiful song. If you'll please remain standing at this time. We are going to offer what is known as an American Indian flag song. I have to tell you a few part of history that you may have not considered prior to this song. Prior to the reservation period, when American Indians saw this flag coming to their villages, to their camps, it had a totally different meaning than it does today. Because at that time, this flag represented invasion, it represented conquest, it represented a Holocaust that was going to take place, removal. Some things that were not very positive. But after World War I, Native American people volunteered higher than any other racial group. Many Native people and other cultures, other Americans, have fought together in unity in the protection of this land. And this is why we sing our flag song today. So anytime you're ready, Zotai Singers, flag song. Please remain standing as we post our colors at this time. Michael? There are many veterans among you in the audience. As veterans, you are our heroes, and you deserve a special place in this arena. So we're going to invite you at this time to come in the arena with the rest of these warriors as we sing a veteran song in your honor. So all veterans within the sound of my voice, please come into the arena at this time so we can honor you with a proper song. All veterans. What a beautiful sight. Men, women, all different colors, all different backgrounds, coming together. You know, there is a man who I greatly respect who was the tribal chairman of the Pawnee Nation. And while I was interviewing him for the National Museum of American Indians, he told me a story about the life of American veterans who return home. He said, I was assigned to Laos by the State Department, and I really cannot tell you what took place there, but I want to tell you a story of what happened when I returned home to California, and I was led off the ship. He said, as I came down the ramp, there were protesters there. They had terrible signs, and they called me a baby killer. And he said, here I was, I put my life on the line for their freedom, so that they could protest if they wanted to, but so they could live in this great free country that sets a democratic example for all countries. Well, as I got down from the ramp at the very bottom, one of the protesters ran up to me and spit in my face. And he started crying. He said, I can't understand this, Dennis. And so he said the first night of my night home from Vietnam, I spent the night in the brig. You know, stories like that are not common among Indian people, because when he returned to his community, he was treated with great respect as a warrior, as a protector, as the rest of his tribe and many other Indians and many other Americans have done before him. So with that, remember, our veterans are your heroes as well. So how about giving them a great big round of applause? Anytime you're ready, Yapacoco drum, we'd like a song for all of our veterans. What a beautiful sight, ladies and gentlemen. Our veterans from many different wars, many different conflicts. Representing the proud Air Force, Marines, Army, Navy, and Coast Guard. Our warriors, our true warriors. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome home. You've done a good job and service to your country, gentlemen. We thank you for your service. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated at this time. Veterans, please stay out in the arena. Steve, we're going to ask all of our veterans to come up and introduce yourself and to introduce what branch of service you're in, the years you were on tour, because we want to get to know you. You are our heroes, and we're going to give you a few moments. That's all we can do for all the great sacrifices you've made. So we're going to like that. Dancers, you may be seated at this time. All right. Name. He said name, rank, and serial number. That's all I get. All right, if you can start them off.
John Agnew, Great Bear, Ottawa Nation, the end of 72. Clarence Silver, U.S. Army, 1972 to 1992.
Robert Ringler, United States Air Force, 1964 to 1970.
Stephen Newman, Iraqi Freedom, 1996 to 2000.
Vietnam era vet, United States Air Force.
Larry Thomas, 1970 to 1990.
Army, 1973 to 1976, 9th Infantry Division. Veronica Donnelly, U.S. Air Force, 1975 to 1980. Pearl Zimmerman, United States Army, 1978 to 1998.
Kathy Edmonds, U.S. Air Force, 1985 to 2005, Andrews Air Force Base.
And how about one final round of applause for all of our warriors. Thank you, men and women, for your service. You may be seated at this time. At this time, I'm going to introduce some of the principals who are going to be leading some of the activities that will be taking place. All right, our arena director, who's in charge of all the manual duties inside the dance arena, Mr. Michael Nephew. I'd like to introduce our host drums at this time, drums that have been invited in Waldorf, America. And also, from Richmond, Virginia, Yapatoko in the house. Before we go any further, I omitted something by mistake, and it's a, what do you call a rookie mistake? We didn't have a prayer yet for blessings. And this is very important to Native people, because before any...
We listened to my son Dennis when he explains about our culture. He talks about the meaning of life in regards to, as it relates to Native American people. But I always feel like when he talks about our history, he includes everything except that we are Christians. And I got my Bible learning before I spoke English. And in our language, I learned that everybody in the audience is invited. Come work off that Indian taco. DancingIsHealthy.com. Hashmark. Incidentally, those of you that are on Twitter, please Twitter Powwow at Patuxent and invite your friends to come down. All right, we still have way more room. We're inviting you, regardless of your age, to come up and join us. Come dance with us. Come enjoy our culture. Come share yourselves with us at this time. We're inviting grandparents, grandchildren, aunts, uncles, parents. All right, we're going to make a second circle at this time. Michael's in the center, second group, please. Maybe all the kids go in the middle. How's that? All the kids into the middle. That way we'll have more room for the adults. Oh, perfect. You all are so good at following instructions. I'm very happy. Thank you. Okay, last chance, final call for all of those within the sound of my voice to come into the dance arena at this time. All right, let's close this circle and all hold hands. There is a certain rhythm, a hard, soft, in which we'll be dancing to the left and moving our arms in and out to accompany this rhythm. This is perhaps the easiest dance we know how to do. And with that, we're going to call upon our host drum, the Medicine Horse Singers, for a series of round dances. Let's job! All right, everybody, swing and sway the Medicine Horse way. Round dance time. Wouldn't it?
Where are you? Where are you going? At the cave,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, but if you want to put the lina properly, you have to do that. It's not possible. You have to do that.
cupcake singers. And a great way to review. Yeah, you'd like to see that too. All right, we're going to have a good time here. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, this second round, you have seen the dancers now dancing around. It's very easy. We're going to invite you to come in at this time. The dancers, please come into your
We're going to wrap it off with the
Wonderful. We have a lot of people coming up to join us at this time. All right, powwow time. Intertribal dancing at its finest at this year's Patuxent River Powwow. No, this is individual dancing. It's not the round dance anymore, ladies and gentlemen. No holding hands.
Oh man, I'm smoking too many fucking cigs, man. It's gonna kill me.
ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're seeing, put your hands together. Wonderful. Not yet. Not yet. We've got some little pros here. They're used to all the way to the back and to the sides of the area. All the kids back to the ropes, back to the ropes. There is no cage fighting allowed in this dance. Okay. Just putting Candy down in this area. Dance on the house. Big circle. Come on. Come on, dance. 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 Come on this way. Dance in a circle. Dance. Come on, dance. Dance this way. Go, dance. That way. Not that way. That way. Dance. This is Indian bribery at its best. Watch and learn. We'll look on the bright side, parents. At least they're not at home playing games in front of the internet. They're doing something healthy, dancing. And then they're going to be doing something unhealthy that will erase it all, eating candy. I always jokingly call this dance the pre-diabetic dance. As I look beyond the dance circle, I cannot see one kid not in the arena. Round of applause for all of our children. These are our future, ladies and gentlemen. Watch them go.
As Shakira says, no fighting, no fighting. Dang, it looks like Custer's battlefield out there. Thank you, Karen Marshall, in charge of this entire festival. Okay, now we're going to do another dance. You saw the Southern Women's Dance. Now we're going to the northern part of our country to witness a dance that is done called the Northern Traditional Dancing. Every single tribe, and again there are over 600 tribes and Alaska Native communities here in the United States, had dances that were traditional and indicative of their individual tribes. There was a dance of warriors that began in the central part of our country. Again, this goes back to the Halushka tradition. In their back, they had what are called, these clusters of feathers are called bustles. And these bustles told a story. They had two prongs representing two arrows that were in battle. On one side, they had a coyote. On the other side, they had a warrior society called the Dog Soldiers. And they were used by the Cheyenne, the Hadassah, and the Mandan. The others have porcupine headdresses on top. These are made out of the guard hair from behind the porcupine. When a porcupine is defensive or startled, these hairs will rise up from behind their neck. Now that's different than the quills, which are located on the tail, in which they would slap for defense, and then these quills would go into whatever is trying to get them. They have a very individual step that you're going to be seeing. These steps tell stories of tracking the enemy, of going into battle, of victory. And so please enjoy a dance which originated in the Northern Plains called the Men's Northern Traditional. We're calling upon the Yapatoko singers to sing an appropriate song at this time.
your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Of dancing that are going to take place. The first is the graceful walk that you saw earlier, up and down in time with the beat of the drum. Some of the northern women dance in place, which symbolizes the original dancing of the women when they came to the war dance ceremonies, which was primarily men in the arena. I do want to say and reiterate that after World War I, women volunteered for the military. And so when they came back, they were considered warriors and began dancing in the dance arena for the very first time. And it changed the evolution of the modern powwow. So with that, we're going to invite our host drum to sing an appropriate women's northern and eastern dance song. Sound man, can we get their sound up, please? Aho! This graceful walk is very regal-like. Our native women are very respectful when they come into the dance arena. We're proud of them. They are the life givers. When you hear this drum, it represents the heartbeat of the Indian people. Because this is the first sound a human being hears when it's in its womb. The heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Some tribes say that the sound of the drum is the sound of thunder. It is a gift from the Creator. And thus many tribes, especially in the plains, say this is grandfather's drum, and it is a male. Thus only males are allowed to touch it among the plains people, which is very different from here in the east, where women are allowed to touch and own drums. Ron Warren, 2 o'clock is approaching. You notice these are gentle footsteps circling is Mother Earth. Hey, I just made that one up.
You may be seated. Beautiful dancing.
Please let's give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon. I'm Leonora Winters. I'm just representing the Piscataway Indian Nation. Mark Kayak, who is really the next person in line for Chief of the Piscataway Indian Nation, is here, but he's busy at his vending station. Thank you all for coming out today. It's a beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying it, and continue to enjoy. Take care.
We also have Living the American Indian Experience with Miss Crystal Proctor over at the other end, so we have an opportunity. Please go down to one of our other Piscataway tribal people to check it out. At this time, I would like to... Also, we have the American Indian Tourism Association, who's one of our food vendors today. We're doing corn fritters, bison sliders, so when you have an opportunity, please come out to their table and support them today as they serve you indigenous food. At this time, I would like to do the Anthem of the Native American by Group Call Exit to welcome you all here today. In honor of my people, the Piscataway people. Oh, great eagle, king of the dark, spirit up and carry us high. Wings of strength that float along, take away the weak and make us strong, strong, make us strong. Oh, great eagle, king of the sky, through the air upon your wings we glide. Soaring beauty, true native son, for we are now the chosen ones, the chosen ones, the chosen ones, the ones. Oh, ya ne, ya hey, ya ne, yo hey, ya hey la. Oh, ya ne, ya hey, ya ne, yo hey, ya hey la, hey la. Oh, great eagle, king of the sky, lift our spirit up and carry us high. Wings of strength that float along, take away the weak and make us strong, make us strong, make us strong, make us strong, make us strong. We are who we are and who we said we were. We are the Piscataway Kanoy tribe and Piscataway Indian Nation. Hoy ya ne ya hey ya ne yo hey ya hey la. Hoy ya ne ya hey ya ne yo hey ya hey la. Hey love, hey love, hey love. At this time, Miss Dolores Curry
Of course, I am elected to tell the story because I am the elder. I'm 81 years of age. So therefore, I have stories that our young people are learning. I'm going to tell you a story, and this is about my life. I'm the oldest of 11 children. There are 8 girls and 3 boys. When I was growing up, my grandfather had a farm, and he raised tobacco and corn and vegetables, and there was a grape harvest. Every fall time of the year, we had to go out to the grape arbor and pick the grapes because Grandma made grape jelly and she made what you call a grape puff. Oh, was it good. You can't buy it. Yeah, I don't see it. I have to make it at home, but can't buy it. So I was out picking grapes, and we were taught that if you caught a bumblebee and hold it in your hand, put it to your ear, and that bumblebee would sing to you. So many of you are saying, you can't catch a bumblebee. If you catch a white-faced bumblebee, you're safe. You catch a black one, boy, that's it. That's what I did. I made the mistake and caught a black bumblebee. So, of course, I was doing a terrible dance and screaming. My grandmother ran out, and she reached on the ground. She grabbed 3 blades of grass, different grass, 3 blades. She bruised those blades of grass, and she rubbed them on that bee sting. I was just screaming and dancing. She said, stop. But while I was screaming, swelling, what it is, the chemicals, all the vitamins that's in that grass will heal that. It will take the poison out of your skin. You don't have any itching. You don't have any swelling. So anyone can do that. So it's important to remember that Native Americans, we had our own remedies for healing. In the springtime of the year, we had to go out and we had to pick what you call sumac. When I was a child growing up, it was called poke salad. Go out and you would get the tender leaves, only the tender ones. Bring them back. They were cooked just like you would steam them.
Can you relate? All right, calling all of our dancers back into the dance arena. We're going to resume the second half. Calling all dancers back into the dance arena at this time. Powwow time! Cha-cha! After this round of intertribal dances, we're going to have some exhibition dancing, starting off with the women's single dress category. Women's single dress, you're up first. Straight dance, starting in ready. Men straight dancers. Men Southern traditional straight dancers, you're behind the women's single dress. Men chicken dancers, you are be following the men's straight dancers. Men's prairie chicken dance category, you will be following the men's straight dancers. Okay, we have most of our dancers in the arena at this time. We're going to invite the public, you out and our visitors. You're welcome to come in and join in the social dancing known as intertribal powwow dancing. Come on into the arena at this time. Darren. singers. Again, we'd like to invite the audience to come into the arena at this time and join us. This is intertribal social dancing at its finest. Looking good out there, everybody. Looking good. Beautiful dancing. All right, put your hands together, ladies. Now, watch your pole. Knocking the pole.
drum.
All right, how about that?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the men's fancy dance Northern. We're going to have a Northern style song sung for him by our host drum, the Medicine Horse Singers, at this time. I want to share a little bit about his outfit. On the back of it, he has what are called bustles. These bustles are very beautiful, made out of turkey hackles and white turkey spikes. They have streamers at the end to accentuate his movement. He has on top what is called a yoke and a matching apron. On top of his head, he was wearing what is called a roach. These were originally worn by warriors with two bald eagle tail feathers on top. On his lower legs, he has what are called shags or furs. Many tribes wore different types of skins and leathers on their lower legs to keep them from getting scratched and cut as they rode their ponies or ran through the brush. In his hand, he has two sticks called whip sticks, and they were used to get the horse to move. All these are part of the modern Northern fancy dance. So anytime you're ready, Medicine Horse Singers, fancy dance Northern style.